Good morning, everyone. This morning, I'd like to share with you a meditation which helps to balance your glands and your nervous system. If you are finding that you are anxious or you're stressed a lot of the time, or you feel tense, it's hard to relax, maybe you have hormonal issues, whatever they may be, whether it's to do with like your own regulation of hormones or whether it's to do with like susceptibility to stress, this meditation can really, really help to balance those. And according to Yogi Bhajan, your glands, which are your hormones, are the guardians of your health. If your glands are in balance, you will feel in harmony with yourself and with the world around you. They are minuscule, but they are so powerful. And if they are out of balance, it has a massive impact on the way that you are reacting to life, the way that you feel in your body. So this is a very, very simple breath meditation, which brings the nervous system and the glandular system into balance. So with every Kundalini yoga meditation that we do, we always tune in with Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And this mantra just means I bow to this wisdom in myself. So because Kundalini yoga is a powerful practice, we don't just sit down and practice. We need to create a sacred space. We're opening up to this very powerful energy within us. We need to approach it with reverence, and we want to create an open, sacred space where we're also protected. We don't want anything to be interfering with our practice as we open up. So these mantras really help to then set the energy for the practice. So whenever you're doing a Kundalini practice, always tuning in with Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And then also tuning in with Ad Gure Name, which is a mantra for protection. It creates light in your aura, expands your energy field, and protects you, and also helps to enhance your radiance as well. So let's tune in. If you don't know these mantras, just listening and joining in as you can, rolling your shoulders back, lifting and opening your heart center, drawing the breath all the way down into your belly, into the sides of your ribs, into the chest and clavicle. And then as you're inhaling, you're mentally chanting Sat, which means truth. You're exhaling, you're mentally chanting Nam, which means identity. As you're inhaling, imagining that you're filling your whole body with light and you're expanding your energy field around you. As you're exhaling, dropping down into your body, emptying your mind. And then before we start, just calling in filaments of light. So these are like strands of energy that we send out when we sleep, when we go places, when we talk to people, when we think about situations. Just calling that energy in so that you can be fully present here this morning. Maybe from your children, maybe from your pets, maybe from work, whatever it is. And now taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Inhaling to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudeva name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudeva name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Sadgare name, Sri Gurudeva name. And then inhaling, holding the breath, feeling the vibration through your body, bowing to this wisdom within yourself. And exhaling. And then opening your eyes. So we're going to hold the hands like this, so that you've got your left hand in front of your heart, you've got your right hand on top of that. So the backs of the hand is touching, the back of the left hand is touching the palm of the right hand. The thumbs are going to touch. You're going to have the elbows up parallel to the ground. And you're holding the hands just maybe an inch or so away from the chest. You're not actually touching the chest, a little bit away. You're going to breathe in really slowly, and then you're going to hold the breath in for 10 seconds. And then you're going to exhale completely, and you're going to hold the breath out for 10 seconds. When you do this, there is an adjustment in the nervous system, which will then start to put pressure on the glands to bring them into balance. So it's important that you empty the lungs completely on the exhale and then hold for 10 seconds. We don't ever force the breath. So if you're noticing that you're struggling to hold it for 10 seconds, then just shorten the breath and then you just build it up over time. Okay, so here we go. And then inhaling, holding the breath, squeeze the mulla band, so the muscles of the anus and sexual organs you're pulling in and up, navel to the spine, visualizing that energy all the way to the top of the head, tongue in the roof of the mouth, circulating that energy to every cell in your body. Exhaling and relaxing. Just keeping your eyes closed, just noticing how you feel. So hopefully that you start to notice how your mood, how your nervous system starts to change with this meditation. With every Kundalini meditation that we do, it's always important to build the time over time. So you may start with 5 minutes and then you could add on a minute every week. You want to build it up to do 40 days so that you're really starting to change a habit. So, if your habit is one of worrying because emotions become habitual, we need time to be able to break that habit by changing the neural pathways in the brain, by changing the way that the glands are secreting, so that you can then start to notice those changes in your life. We hold the elbows up in this meditation because we're activating the meridians that flow through the arms. So like the heart meridian, for example, the lung meridian, the large intestine, we want to pressurize those meridians in order for the energy to flow so that they start to open up and become balanced also. So if you're noticing that the elbows are dropping down, you need to keep the elbows up. Also, if you're noticing that it's hard to keep the elbows up for the whole amount of time, you can bring the arms up over the head just for a moment and then bring the hands back down again rather than dropping them to the floor, which makes it much, much easier. So today we did 7 minutes, but you can build this up to 11 minutes, which really works on balancing the nervous system. 22 minutes balances the three minds. That's the positive, negative, and the neutral mind. 31 minutes, you're starting to change yourself on a cellular level. And if you do something for 2.5 hours, you're starting to change the grey matter of the brain. So these meditations work on changing your physiology. They'll improve your health, they'll improve your mental health, but you have to be consistent. If you would like more information about classes or workshops or retreats, you can check out my website, thegoldenlight.co.uk. Sat Nam, thank you for joining.